Yo, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the hardest part about OnlyFans that no one talks about. So one of the hardest parts about OnlyFans is the emotional labor. You're not just posting pictures, you're not just posting reels, you're entertaining people's fantasies and managing hundreds of messages that fans send to you, trying to make everyone feel seen. Yeah, it drains you, I'm not gonna lie, like it drains you. It can be really draining, especially without a management. If you're running this all by yourself, you're literally running a 24/7 customer service business, and that is really draining, except the customers think they have a relationship with you. So for example, you wake up to messages, you go to sleep with messages, and you can't ever really switch off. And if you do, then you can't really for a long time, because some of the fans may get hurt by that. And when you do, you like feel guilty about it. You feel like you're missing out on sales and you can't really catch a break, and you're literally slaving away from your business, from your OnlyFans, and you don't actually create that freedom. You do OnlyFans, right? Because one, you enjoy it, and two, you want that freedom to be your own boss and to have freedom, right? But you're never actually going to have freedom unless you have a team behind you, because if you don't, you're going to be doing all those messages, and like I said before, you're just going to feel drained and you're just going to slave away at your business. So you might as well, like, if you're not slaving away at a job, you're going to be slaving away in your own business, and that's not freedom. And the thing is, this part is never shown in, you see on Instagram, like, or TikTok, like, I made 20K a month. Like, these parts are never shown. There's this pressure, I believe, as well, where you always have to be on. And what I mean when I say that is, there's this pressure to always look good, always be, sometimes, most times, in a sexual mood, always be available and always be in the mood, you know? But at the end of the day, you're a human being, so it can be really draining. And what creators don't realize until they're like fully deep into this is that there's this pressure as well that doesn't go when they close off the app. It literally follows you around in your personal life. There's always that pressure, that constant pressure. And what makes it harder as well, that friends don't get it, relationships, finding that partner becomes harder because you do OnlyFans. Families might ask questions and not be okay with that certain type, with you doing OnlyFans. And you feel like you have two identities fighting for your attention, right? It's like you got two different personalities living the same life. And this mental load is way heavier than the physical content creation that's being made. And sometimes when creators don't have a team behind them, it can get lonely. I'm not gonna lie, like, it can get lonely. You might have thousands of fans messaging you, but you've actually got like no one to talk to who actually understands what you're feeling, so you can't vent or talk about like a bad day, or talk about one creepy message, or even ask for help if the revenue drops, if you don't have a team behind you. And there's some creators that even keep their OF a secret, right? What happens is that you're alone with all the decisions, and most creators burn out. I would say as well, the other hardest part about doing OnlyFans without a team is the unpredictability, right? 1 month you can make 5 figures, 10K or like 5K. And then the next month it could be like half of that, half of 5K, half of 10K. Like, there's no predictable systems. You don't have systems in place. There's no predictability. So you're always gonna feel like you can never relax, because you're always worried about next month. Or like, even when you have a good month, you're like, oh, okay, this month's good. So you're not stressed this month, but then next month it could be worse. And then you're stressing again. You're back into that feeling of drain and stress. And creators panic because they think they're doing something wrong, when in reality, income on OnlyFans always fluctuates. Always, when you have like, you might have like 1 month, not saying when it goes like bad, because it should never go bad, but you have 1 month where it's a couple K down from the last month before when you had a good month. But it always stays at like that same sum, because when you have a team behind you, a good, right team behind you that's made for you, you'll always have predictability because of the systems. And some creators don't even know it's normal because creators don't see anyone talking about how their revenue fluctuates a little bit sometimes. So it makes them feel like they're failing. And that causes stress. And watching the numbers constantly go up and down, that will eat at you. Especially if you rely on the income, you will never have true freedom and you will never truly be happy and you will always be stressed. And then there's burnout, right? Where you try to do everything by yourself, chatting, content, editing, planning. You will eventually hit a wall because once you've done enough of it and it becomes draining, you'll start to hate the content, start to hate the messaging, start to hate the chatting, the planning. You'll start to hate all of that because you're not enjoying it and because it doesn't feel easy and you just feel drained constantly doing it all. And you'll stop feeling good about yourself, which is obviously not good because you need confidence to do this. And then you start to resent OnlyFans. And that's when creators disappear for a week or two and then they come back to half their fans because they haven't been on their page active chatting to their fans and subscribers. So most of them will just go and then they're stuck at a worse position than they were before they left and had that break. So what most OnlyFans creators don't know about this is that you're not supposed to do it alone, right? There are ways to make OF feel lighter, less stressed, more structured, actually enjoyable again. You can build systems, outsource the draining parts, and focus on the creative parts you love. If you've got the right team behind you that have proven systems, have predictability with the team, then you'll never feel stressed or drained again. You can actually have freedom and you can actually enjoy doing the content because you won't feel stressed and you just have the freedom, the time and the space to make the content and you'll fall in love with it again. So if you're a creator and you've been feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, burnt out or confused where to go next, that doesn't mean you're not good enough and you failed. It just means you're carrying everything by yourself. So if you want help or want to see how we support creators so they can scale without burning out, you can message me on Instagram. I'll reply personally at BAMSOFM or put in the comments down below this video. I'll reply to every single message. And remember, the hardest part about OnlyFans isn't the content. It's the emotional load, the burnout, the stress, and you don't have to carry that alone. So make sure to go like, subscribe. I hope this video brought any sort of value to you. If you guys got any questions, feel free to put in the comments below. I'll read every single one, like I said. If not, you can message me on Instagram. My DMs are always open. And yeah, guys, see you in the next one.